What was my biggest failure that became my best classroom?
Yeah.
So I told you I was in the associated student body. And this, I think it was my junior year, I ran for like vice president. And I was so consumed by the idea that I needed to be perfect.
Mm.
And so I went to the library. And if you recall, if you remember, if I'm in the right room, the Dewey Decimal System. So I went to the computer and I said, like, who are the best orators, the best speakers, and all of that stuff. And I went down the aisles of the library and I pulled out the different best speeches. And then I started to read the transcripts and I was like, okay, I'm going to have to memorize everything, right?
Mm.
And so then I wrote it down and it was like the night before the day that I had to do this speech and I couldn't memorize. And I was like, oh, well, I got a boombox. Gregory, I
Mm.
have a boombox. Do you know what I did?
What did
I
you do?
recorded my voice like Milli Vanilli. Next day, my turn to speak at the podium. I look at the AV and I go, DJ, push play. And he pushes play. And I mime the whole thing. This is before TikTok, right? TikTok, where it's really cool to just like do dubs. And I mimed the whole thing in front of my entire class. It was the most embarrassing moment ever. It was so bad that like no one even talked to me afterwards to tell me how bad it was. And I remember even like this is a true story. Like you're looking at me like, oh my God, no. Yeah, it was the worst feeling ever. And I remember my ASB advisor, like no one said anything to me that whole day. That's how bad I knew it was. And it was like 5 o'clock
Mm.
at night. Like, why are you at school at 5 o'clock at night? I had no reason to go home. But I remember she was like walking out. She's like, what happened?
Mm.
And I think that was the moment I realized like I tried to be someone else. I tried to be perfect. And then I realized it's not about perfection, it's about connection. And ever since that day, I was like, how do I become a better speaker? How do I become
Mm.
like it's so natural, so ingrained with me? And that's when I had to embrace me. And if
Mm.
you've been listening this long, like my brand is I am adorkable. I'm adorable and dorkable. I can explain things to you in such a way that's going to make you laugh, that's going to make you giggle. I'm going to give you visuals. I'm going to make you feel something
Mm.
because that's just who I am. But that was really a defining moment for me. And not that many people realize that. They think, like, oh, you're Filipino. You're probably born out of the womb with a mic in your hand, like singing karaoke. It's like, no, no. However, I did have a moment and I learned from it. And it's one of those things when you realize that there is no such thing as failure, there's only feedback. So just fail already
Mm.
because fail is just an acronym for first attempt in learning. And I learned, baby, I learned. I learned what not to
Mm.
do, right?
So good.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.